Hey guys, what's up? So I'm going to show you how I was able to achieve the brows that you see on me. I know that a lot of people have a hard time getting their brows just right, and after years of practice and trying and trial and error, I think I have a pretty great routine down. What I did do is I showed you guys two completely different products for each brow. I mean, I'm sure you can't tell the difference at all, but say it's easier for you to use like a pencil, then you will want to see how I created this side. Say it's easier for you to use powder, then you're going to want to see how I created this side. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, is kind of a tutorial on eyebrows, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Please hit the like button because it does help my channel out, and enjoy. Okay, I am going to start by pulling my bangs back so you guys can see every single thing that I'm doing. I always pluck my brows to get started. There's always a hair out of place. I'm going to be using the Precisely My Brow Pencil in number 5. Notice how it has a very, very thin tip. And I like this one because you can get very natural hair-like strokes. That's what you can use that thin tip for. And so you do not want to go beyond, like you don't want to draw your eyebrow beyond the corner of your eye. That's the kind of the frame I was showing you. And then notice how I'm doing these hair-like strokes. I'm not doing just like a solid line. I like to do it very naturally. It's going to make it look very natural when you do it that way. So again, you want to make sure that you're not going outside of the outermost corner of your eye. It will help your eyes to look very lifted. If you go over that, you'll look like you have kind of droopy eyes. So then you want to use the spoolie on the other end of the Precisely My Brow Pencil, and you're going to kind of just blend it all in. And you want it, again, to look very natural when you blend it in. You take a look at it, honey, and if you like what you see, you go on to the next step. The next step is this. I absolutely love this. This is actually from Kylie Cosmetics. There's different colors to it, but it is just so simple. It's like a crayon almost, and you're going to be able to clean up your eyebrows very easily and get that nice sharp look. And because it's so bright, it totally brightens up your eyes. And then with that kind of dense brush, I use it to blend it out. You don't want that harsh line that it leaves. You want it to look very natural, and so you just want to blend it out. It's really, really simple to do as long as you have like the right brush to do it with. And notice how I did go on the like the inner portion of the eyebrow, and I did a little bit of that. I don't want it to look too blocky, and so there was like no product on the brush when I did that. So then the final step of my process is a clear brow gel. That is just so your brows will stay in place. They're not going to move all day long, honey. Like, check that out. Is that cool or what? Those 4 tools, you can get beautiful brows, honey. So that is the pencil portion. Now we're going to go with the powder. There's 2 different brushes that you can use, or that I'm going to be using. You just want it to be angled and super, super flat. Now the powder, as you can see, I'm using the Brow Bar by Rima. There is a dark brown in there and a black. And again, you just want to go with the natural shape of your brow. You don't really want to draw on an unnatural shape. I just kind of always trace the natural shape, and that's going to just make it look well, more natural, of course, but just make it look its best, because like symmetry matters. And so however your brows are naturally created, that's the shape you should want to kind of stay with. So now this time I kind of saturated the tip of the brush with on the sides, not on the very tip, and that is because I wanted to get some color to kind of fill in the sparser areas of my brows. But just like with the pencil, you always want to take the spoolie and kind of blend it in, whether you're using a pencil or powder. And now I am going in with the black. I started with the brown, now I'm going in with the black. I just want to it to look as natural as possible. What you could also do is kind of mix them both. You could go in with the black and the brown, but this time I just started with the brown, and now I'm going in with the black with actually the smaller brush. If you can tell, this is this tinier one that I showed. So again, I am just going in, kind of filling in all of the sparse areas of the brow. You want it to look very, and it's up to you if you want it to look super full or not, but I like my brows to look really full, so I always just go in. And also keep in mind, this is a really, really light hand that I am using. For everything that I'm doing, I'm not like pressing super hard. It's a very light hand, again, to make things look super natural. So if you don't want to spend the money on that Kylie brow thing that I showed on the other eyebrow, you can actually just take your normal concealer, like a bright concealer, and the same dense brush, and you can clean up your brows that way. I love using the Kylie one, like when I'm in, especially when I'm in a rush, because it just seems to save a little bit more time. But you know what? Either way you go, there's not going to be a huge difference whether you use concealer or that Kylie. It's called the Kylie brow, something like that. I will leave it in the description for you guys so you know exactly what I have used. And then again, you just want to kind of blend it all in, but the awesome thing about it is just how bright your eye is going to look. So notice I love my brows to be sharp, and again, you don't want to go past the outer corner of your eye. And kind of on the inside with that. And then finally, the last step for this one is I'm going to be using the Benefit Fluffy Brow. And this is, it is something that is, you could use this actually when you don't fill in your brows as well. You can use it just to kind of brush your brows up, especially these days. That is the style, like more of that fluffier brow. But yeah, that is the powder side. And tell me what you guys think. Do you prefer the pencil side for yourself, or do you guys like using the powder?